President Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka says that South Africa needs to go back to its roots of putting people first.
We are now in need of a leadership that can help us to restore the values that we have been losing. We need role models for this, and we need society at all levels to engage and to pull ourselves together. We need to return to the South Africa that is envisaged in our Constitution. We need leaders who serve instead of being served, and to restore Ubuntu to be part of the guiding principles for our nation. We are deeply in need of dialogue, where dissent is not seen as contentious. Youth and women have played an important and a positive role in our discourse. The women in our country and women in many parts of the world, including countries in conflict, are often a catalyst for change, able to stand for peace and reconciliation when nations tear themselves apart. Basadi, Batswara Tipa Gabuhali. In defense of the weak and the indigent, we fight for justice. We need to occupy that space again in our country, more decisively and deliberately. We must not hand over a divided, demoralized, unscrupulous country to the next generation, where there is mediocrity and greed. Instead, let us strive for excellent Ubuntu and Batupile. Who stands to lose most if we do not find our way? The masses of our people who are still battling poverty, and those who deserve and need services will lose. When we deliver those services, it is not a favor that we dispense, but a right that people must have. We must not expect to be thanked or rewarded, or even reward ourselves for doing our job, just as we cannot reward a fish for swimming. The women and girls who live and experience violence will lose when the institutions that are supposed to show zero tolerance to any form of violation of rights are themselves in crisis. The rights of women and those who have overcome many challenges are eroded when we fail to respect our Constitution and its values. When racism from all sides and xenophobia rears its ugly head, we all lose. That is why this is the time for dialogue. We need to restore decorum in Parliament. It is time for introspection and correctional action in the best interest of our society, for our hard-won freedom. For the current generation must not also lose out on the benefits of freedom, and the next generation must also cherish the freedom. We must dialogue towards a non-sexist, non-racist, democratic, and corruption-free South Africa.